Hello students, welcome to part 2 of your Introduction to Dictionary and TOEFL. So I'm Shorura, lecturer of CSC Department, Brack University. In part 1 we have learned about key restrictions, how to declare a dictionary, how to access the value from a dictionary. Now we'll learn about more about dictionary and TOEFL. So let's start. Dictionary mutability. Firstly, you have to know that what does it mean by mutability. Actually, mutability is refers to changeability. The word may be unfamiliar to you, the mutability word, but the synonym of mutability is actually whether a thing can be changed or not. So dictionaries are mutable. That means dictionaries are changeable. So I have already shown you how we can change a value of a dictionary. So here you can see that variable, the dictionary name, variable name, existing dictionary name, and the key, existing key. That means key cannot be changed, but the key have a previous value, right? Whenever I am trying to declare a dictionary, I will give a pair of key and value, right? So key has already a value. I can replace the key value of this. I can replace the value of key by just assigning a new value. So whenever I'm trying to vary the name of the dictionary, and in a square bracket I am writing the key value, key name, and then I am trying to assign a new value, it will replace the previous value and will be placed there. So it can be changed, right? This concept is known as mutable. So dictionaries are mutable. Like list, dictionaries can easily be changed, can easily change an existing element, can easily append or add new elements, can easily delete or remove elements. So I have shown you how to change an element of a dictionary. But we need to learn about how to add new element, how to delete new elements, how to delete previous elements, right? So let's talk about that. So here you can see the code, right? I want to change some elements of my dictionary. So firstly, I have declared this dictionary and then I want to update the value of age. So I have written here my dict age equal 27. So if now I want to print my dict, what it will show me? So it will show me please, this one is the second line is the output of this command. Just check the first output. This is the output of the first print command. Here what happened? Name Jack, age equal 27. So previously the value of age was 26, but when I have updated the value, it became 27. Clear? After that, I want to add some item, just like I want to add address in my dictionary. So I have written my dict square bracket address equal downtown. What it will do? It will it will add address key with a value downtown with my existing dictionary. So if I try to print this updated dictionary, what it will print? It will print name Jack, age 27, and address downtown. I hope it's clear for you now. What about I have talked about removing a particular item, right? So to remove a particular item, we can check this example as well. So here I have written a squares dictionary where key will be the value and key will be 1, 3, 4, 5, and values are 1, 9, 16, 25. Basically, the values are actually the squared value of your key. So 1 square 1 is 1, 3 squared is 9, 4 squared is 16, and 5 squared is 25. It actually makes sense. That doesn't mean that you have to make pair which actually makes sense. Doesn't matter. You can write anything in your value part. So I want to remove something from this squares dictionary. So I can just write squares.pop4. Pop4 means here are four keys, right? 1, 3, 4, 5. Pop 4 means I'm trying to delete this pair. So, and I want to print the value of this key. So, what it will do is it will print, for print, for print method calling, it will print the value of squares dot pop 4, value of key of 4, which will be 16, and also it will delete the 16 pair from my dictionary. So I will try to retrieve this, just like I'm just commenting out these two lines. Now I'm trying to just print first. I'm trying to print the pop method, and then I'm trying to print the squares. So here, see, for pop 4, it's showing me 16 in the print statement, and also when I'm trying to print the whole dictionary, it's showing me 1139525. There is no 416 method, 416 pair, right? So it was actually deleted whenever I have called pop function. What about I want to remove all the items? To do that, I just need to write clear method, right? So I am trying to write clear and then trying to print this square. Let's check what actually happens. See, it's already deleted the elements from my dictionary and it's showing empty dictionary, right? What about I want to delete the whole dictionary, whole dictionary. So what I will write is delete, SQUARES, and then it will just run it. And if I want to print it should show me an error like squares is not recognized or something like that. So let's check what it actually shows. See, it's showing me name error and name squares is not defined. That means square doesn't exist in my code right now for this delete keyword. Okay, so about you want to delete an item arbitrarily, just like here in the previous code, we have already mentioned the key and then it has deleted, right? What about I don't want to mention the key, I just want to delete something from my dictionary. For that, you can just need to write pop item method, pop item function, built-in function. This one is, so you just need to write squares dot pop item without any parameter. I mean, you should write the parenthesis but not the parameter. What it will do is it will pop the item. Pop means it will show you the pair whatever it is deleting, and then the up squares dictionary will be updated. So in case of pop item method, I have written here squares dot pop item. So let's check whether it actually pops the, actually it's not arbitrary item. It normally it deletes the last pair from your squares. So here the last pair is 525. So using the pop item function, you can just pop the last pair, and then if you print the square function again, it will show you 1139. That means 525 is already deleted. So we have already talked about how to update, how to add, how to delete a dictionary elements. What about I want to talk about the copy element, copy dictionary. So copying dictionary is not that much simple. Just like you can't write, let's declare two dictionary squares and like squares 2. So in squares 2, if I want to copy squares, I cannot just write SQUARES. Okay, I cannot just write squares 2 equal squares. Why? Because whenever I'm trying to write squares 2 equal squares, it will not copy squares. It will actually uh, it won't create any new object. It will actually refer the previous list. That means if I change anything in squares 2, squares will also be changed, because this is actually not value sharing. They are actually trying to share their address. So let's prove it. Now squares 2 and squares are actually same thing. So if I am writing SQUARES 2 of 1 equal 7, and then I print SQUARES. Can you see? I have written squares equal 1139525. Then I have tried to copy this square in squares 2, and then I have tried to update the key value of squares 2. Now I'm trying to print the first squares dictionary. It should print the previous value, right? 1139525. But see, it's not printing 1139. It's printing the updated value, where I have updated the value from squares 2, but it's showing in squares dictionary 2, right? So it happens because of address sharing. Whenever I am writing squares to equal squares, it doesn't share the value, it shares address. And address, for address sharing, actually there is no difference between square to squares. So I can explain it in different way. Just like whenever I am trying to declare squares, it actually creates a memory address, and there it stores this object. So squares is in a memory address, and this memory address contains these objects. So let's say squares lives in Mohakhali. What about squares 2? Whenever I am writing squares 2 equal squares, that means squares 2 is also in Mohakhali, in the same place where squares is stored. That means now squares 2 and squares are same place. And here 1139525, they're storing the same object within them. So if squares 2 is changed, squares will be changed, and if squares is changed, square 2 will be changed. So in case of we'll see some, like we can see some tracing methods here. Just like I'm writing here a different. So here are different squares and squares too. Okay, so actually what happened here, squares and squares too are in different memory address. Just like squares is in Mohakhali and squares too is in Dhaka. Dhanmondi. So if I now print, now I am writing squares to 1 equals 7. So if then I try to print squares, it will not change. See, it's showing me the actual value of squares. For changing squares to squares won't be affected. But if I if I write square equal, sorry, equal squares 2, and then I again do this thing, and then I print. I'm trying to change squares too, but I'm trying to print squares. So what it will do is 121723. That means I have updated the value of key 1 in my squares 2 dictionary, but whenever I'm trying to squares equal squares 2, it's actually sharing the same location. That means the location of squares is also Dhanmondi, and squares 2 is also Dhanmondi now. That's why there is no difference between these two variables. If I try to change this one, it will be automatically changed. So this is actually called address sharing. Whenever two variables are shared by address, it actually have no difference. It actually points to same data, same location. But in case of value sharing, it won't happen. If just instead of writing squares equal squares 2, if I could written like this one, if I could read that written that, see, it won't be the answer will be different. See, I have changed the value of key value of 1 to 7, it's not changing the squares dictionary. I have declared squares dictionary with the same value, but it's not changing the dictionary with this one. So I hope I hope you have understand that this is called value sharing, and the previous look, assigning was called address sharing. So how can I copy scars to scars to? So there is a method called copy. Using this method, I can actually copy a particular dictionary to a next second dictionary, I mean. So here this dict is a first dictionary, and I want to copy this dict in my dict dictionary. So what I can do is I can just write this dict, this the name of my dictionary that I want to copy, and then dot copy method. So copy and parenthesis, it will actually copy the this dict dictionary to my dict dictionary, and it will be value sharing, it won't be address sharing. So if I change the value of this dict, it won't affect my dict. So I hope you have understood what I wanted to say. So you can also copy a dictionary using like dict function. How? First you like first you declare this dict, and it will assign value to the district dictionary. And then I am trying to copy the district in my dict using dict function. I just need to write dict, and in the bracket I just need to write the district variable, which is I need to be copy the variable I need to copy. So dict, this dict will copy this dict to my dict without sharing the address. And this is how there will be no address sharing. I can just copy a dictionary using some built-in methods or functions.